Welcome back.
Welcome back. What do we got today?
It's, what day is it? Today is January 5th, 2024.
Yes.
In recent news, the big topic, at least of this year so far, in my opinion, is the Jeffrey Epstein Island visitors list.
Yeah, I did hear a couple things about it.
Yeah, it's.
But you know about the list apparently.
I do know a little bit about the list, and some of the names are quite troubling, actually.
Shocking news, huh?
Yes. Shocking news.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the names, including very unsuspecting individuals like Robert Downey Jr.,
I love him.
Ben Affleck, some no surprisers, Bill Gates, Bill Clinton, Barack Obama's on there.
Why are they no surprisers?
Well, if you ask me, I believe Bill Gates is the head of a lot of secrecy in the world. And I
can
think
agree with that.
Jeffrey Epstein's involvement in hedge funds, he was a hedge fund manager.
Mm-hmm.
He obviously was in bed with a lot of the, no pun intended, a lot of these billionaires dealing with their money.
Mm-hmm.
And it's no surprise to me that those types of people would have certain, desires that are evil.
Yeah. We've talked a lot about conspiracies and stuff. Do you think that maybe this is just a hint at what, like, the whole secret society is as far as members go?
Yes. I do. I think this is just perhaps a tip of the iceberg, if you will. Have you ever heard of the cremation of care?
I've not heard about that at all.
This is a ceremony performed in California. I'm not sure how ritually or frequently it's performed, but it is by a secret organization called what do they call themselves?
The Watchers.
Is it?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, okay.
That's a Marvel.
Okay. What do they call themselves? I can't remember. But the ceremony is called the cremation of care, where it's an invite-only club, and these men of importance, it's basically a fraternity, but there's pictures of U.S. presidents here. Oh, it's the Grove, something Grove.
The Freemasons?
It's not the Freemasons. I'm sure some of the Freemasons are a part of it, but it's something Grove in California, where this goes kind of back into biblical times, where Baal and a certain other Malik, I think, it was a false god that was. They used the idol of an owl.
Oh. Yeah.
And if you go to this grove, there's a 50-foot stone owl. And when they perform this cremation of care ceremony, they burn this humanoid, it's not living, but it's a dummy, and they burn it in sacrifice. They cast their cares onto this dummy and burn it for this owl. There's some pretty crazy stuff out there.
What's the validity of that? Like, who is known to do that?
Who's known to do that?
Yeah.
Like actual people?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I couldn't tell you. There's a picture out there of, I believe it's Bill Clinton and Ronald Reagan.
Really?
At this grove, though. And Alex Jones, who I mentioned to you, he actually snuck in and filmed the ceremony.
Weird.
Yes, and it's on YouTube. You can't find it just by searching on YouTube, though. I had to use DuckDuckGo, and then it pulled up. And even then, I had to scroll through the videos tab.
So how did this list come out if there's enough silence about everything?
Well, I think they're only allowing us to know what they want us to know.
That's true, because if the people prosecuting for this whole thing are involved with the society as well, why are they letting us know these names?
Exactly. And you know,
That's my question. Maybe those are members that are being phased out. Maybe those are members that have leaked too much and have already, like, people are, like, already pointing to them as being a part of these societies. So wiping them out's just a benefit to the people that are truly undercover, we don't know about. Maybe we don't even know their names. Maybe they're just not, like, public figures whatsoever.
that could very well be it. I think that anything that is provided to us for free has some kind of agenda involved. Free information is there to make you think a certain thing.
Yeah.
Always. That's why the news is free, because it's there to incite panic, sway opinions. It could even be there just to spread misinformation. We don't know.
And we know, even just by those videos that everyone's seen of, like, all the newscasters, no matter their political affiliation, saying the same exact thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw that today, actually, coincidentally.
They're
I
all
saw a
saying
video
the
of that
same
today.
exact thing in unison. And I
Yes.
don't even know, how could they let that slip?
It's so ironic, too, that what they are saying in unison is that the powers that be will spread information. It's something along the lines of that, but this is what they're saying. They're saying that the powers that be will spread information to make you believe a certain thing if all your information comes from one source. It couldn't be more ironic that they're saying that in unison across multiple media platforms.
The whole thing is so ironic because all the media is pushing is that, you know, we have access to all the information we want. We're free. We have, you know, all these freedoms. But, like, the whole thing is just not true.
Yes. You're, of course, aware of logical fallacies, right?
Yeah.
The illusion of choice. Where we have access to all the information that we need that is provided to us. It's up to us. It's not actually up to us because we don't know what we don't know. We can only absorb information that is provided to us, which is controlled by central powers.
Aliens.
Aliens, the lizard people.
Yeah, lizard people.
The lizard people control everything. But yeah.
I did, so you could look this up real quick, but I'm pretty certain that Bill Gates' father was a part of the Freemasons, which is a known secret society for patriarchs and very famous people. A lot of presidents were a part of this. And they do a lot of things, like they have a lot of the big lobbyists a part of them. They basically just unite to sway the government different directions and so forth. Like they built the Denver International Airport, or they helped build it. It's all pretty crazy, the power that they have.
This is interesting.
What?
Bill Gates, I'm assuming senior, Warren Buffett, David Rene de Rothschild, Jacob Rothschild, Nathaniel Rothschild, and David Rockefeller Jr. are Freemasons. The title of this heading, and this is on Microsoft, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Microsoft news source. These famous alleged Freemasons are all billionaires.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
I don't think they're billionaires because they're Freemasons. I think they're Freemasons because they're billionaires.
It's not causation, it's correlation there.
But what made them want to join? I guess because they want to make a change in the world, maybe probably not positive change.
Have you ever heard of the Skulls?
No.
The Skulls are a secret society, and before I misquote myself, it's a secret society at one of the, what are those famous schools called? What's the word that they use? Ivy League?
Ivy League, yeah.
Yeah. George H.W. and George W. Bush were both part of that, this secret society. I'm trying to find what school.
But we know about it, so what is the point?
At Yale University. That's where it is.
Yale, okay.
The Skull and Bones, also known as the Order 322 or the Brotherhood of Death, is an undergraduate senior secret student society at the Yale University in New Haven, Connecticut. The oldest senior class society at the university, Skull and Bones has become a cultural institution known for its powerful alumni and various conspiracy theories. It is one of the big three societies at Yale, and the other two being the Scroll and Key and Wolf's Head. The society is known informally as Bones, and members are known as Bonesmen, members of the order or initiated to the order.
But could that just be a stupid university thing?
It could be. However, I think that there might not be too much merit in undergraduate level secret societies, but I think that it heavily plays a role in the moving up of
the indoctrination into the bigger actual ones?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. I've been told by my mother that my great-grandfather was a Freemason.
Really?
But no one else in my immediate family is. And this is interesting. Winston Churchill was actually a high, you know the degree system of the Masons?
Not super familiarly.
So I believe it goes up to 33 degrees, and you must perform certain rituals in order to obtain higher degrees. And there's a lot of speculation, conspiracy, like you have to do human sacrifices to obtain the highest level degree. And of course, it's all speculation. I don't know. But it is very interesting that there's a strong correlation between political or economic influence and these societies.
Yeah. But why do they want to be in a higher place? Like, what's the benefit? I don't really know.
That's the question.
Yeah. What are they getting? Maybe that contributes to their further success, takes them from, one-digit billionaire to double, triple digits.
It might not even be personal success at this point. It could be for a particular agenda, a common goal amongst all of them.
Something like a future plan that's going to happen.
New World Order.
Yeah.
As outlined in Revelation.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's very interesting.
The further we move into world peace, the more we're going to see just control.
Yes.
Because we're not having wars where people kill each other. It's all wars of the mind, control of everyone's mind, whereas like the people in the very, very top believe they're free as well. Well, they're just being controlled by the devil, really.
Hence the name Freemasons. That's very interesting. But yes, a lot of people in government are Masons. I actually know a guy that's in the Masons. The founder, well, not the founder, but the ritualist of Kappa Sigma fraternity, the one I'm in, he was a Mason but left the Masons.
Really?
So I've actually been told, I've been told that there's actually a strong correlation between both rituals. Which kind of has me a little bit weirded out. You know? But I've never done anything satanic. I'll say that. So that's good.
It's all quite odd. It'd be awesome to infiltrate one and be part. Because I know people have gone into like Scientology and infiltrated it and figured out different parts of it. And I don't think that Scientology itself is really too worrisome. I mean, if anyone's seen that South Park episode about Scientology, that actually outlines level 3 Scientology, the whole religion. So basically it's... I
don't know really anything about Scientology other than that what Tom Cruise and Jim Carrey are part of it.
And whatever the King of Queens' wife...
Really?
Yeah, she was a part of it, but she left it and made a whole docu-series about the whole thing.
Really?
So level 3 is essentially, it tells you everything. Everything else is secretive, but once you get to level 3, you can actually understand what like the origin of humans is. Which is, there was this alien creature that caught all these souls and then put them into a volcano, and then they came out and inhabited all the Homo sapiens, and then that's what made us. And so their goal is to take their soul out and be free of this like body.
That's what the Scientologists believe.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's a whole religious cult.
Mm-hmm.
There's people that believe an alien trapped a bunch of souls in a volcano.
But is that lie equivalent to whatever the Freemasons or what all the other secret societies lie is? Or is their lie actually more true in the sense of actually seeing it come to fruition?
I'm sure they wholeheartedly believe whatever it is that they're wrapped up in.
I mean, maybe they are accurately just waiting for the Antichrist to come, and they want to be a part of whatever legion he builds. That could be the case.
I honestly think that that's what it is, because everything that the people that are associated with these societies do involves in the aid of a new world order.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You heard about like these billionaires building bunkers?
Yeah.
It's outlined in Isaiah. They will go into caves and holes of the earth.
Really?
To hide away from the glory of His Majesty, being God.
Yeah, there's a whole huge conspiracy about the Denver International Airport which the Freemasons helped build.
Really?
And different patriarchs, like even Obama, bought land around Colorado, the useless land around the airfield. And even the Queen, before she died, had land there.
The Queen of
England.
What?
Yes. And
that is cause for question.
I'm sure that, Bill Gates has something there too. I mean, I'm not certain on that, but I'm sure that big patriarchs have some sort of land there. And they believe, and because of the murals that were built there, which could have just been an artistic touch, but a lot of them
like the horse?
Not just the horse, but the murals. Have you seen the murals?
No.
You should look at them real quick. But those all indicate a new world order.
Actually, the art.
Absolutely. The whole art, the whole group of murals is indicating a whole new world order. And a secret society underneath the airport. A lot of people think that the whole new city is going to be underneath the airport, which has been disproven by like showing the actual employees going underneath through just like tunnels that were under there, but nothing else.
Right, but if something was actually secret, then it would be secret.
Yeah, they're not going to tell you that there's more than tunnels under there.
So we're looking at this one right now.
That's the first one. There is...
Looks like some kind of bird.
Yeah.
Amongst a multicultural group of people.
Yeah, multi-group of people sacrificing a leopard, it looks like.
Yes, you're right.
And there's a bunch of trees burning in the background.
Yes.
So that's one of several.
We got this one. It's every single race.
Yeah, it's all the races uniting.
Under a rainbow.
Mm-hmm. And what are they doing in the middle? They're destroying all the weapons.
Is that what that is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
That's actually the third one, where they actually kill the people responsible for, like, war. And so they're eliminating all the weapons, which is what we're seeing.
Very interesting.
Because, again, weapons are going to be no use to this.
Right. This new world order.
What's being built soon.
Right.
And so that's the guy creating war. I'm going to flash these pictures on the screen.
Yeah.
But that's the guy. That's like war. That's the...
See the eagle there.
That's the symbol of war. And so he's killing, what, a dove, which is symbol for peace, right?
Yes.
So he's disrupting peace. But later, he ends up being killed by the people uniting and breaking all the weapons.
This is so interesting that this is in the Denver airport. I've never seen
They've
these.
removed them since.
No way.
They did.
Because I've been in the Denver airport a handful of times, and I've never seen these.
They removed them, I think, 3 years ago now.
Very interesting.
But still there is a stone, a piece of stone with the Freemason symbol saying
Really?
that it was that the Freemasons helped build the airport.
You know that there's a lot of Freemason symbolism on our dollar?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think the Federal Reserve, Freemasons, anything like that, it's all comparable.
I think it's greater than the government. It's all...
Oh, 100%.
It's not just the government. It's everything.
Yes.
All countries united, finding peace through eliminating the ability for war, the ability to fight back, the ability to disrupt peace. But what we're doing is we're entering into a single agenda, which isn't really peace.
Right.
It's just peace in the people aren't being killed constantly sense. Which in my mind, that's way more manipulative and evil than simply killing a bunch of people, is entrapping them in their own minds.
Certainly. Have you ever heard of, I believe the term is psychological demoralization?
I mean, yeah, I know what that means, but is that...
It can be done at a wide scale level in terms of population. You can psychologically demoralize a nation so that way it is easy to control. Starts with destruction of family unit, media becomes more degenerate, education becomes lies.
I mean, that's exactly what we're seeing.
Yes.
That's why the divorce rate's higher than ever. Empowering women, which isn't a problem, but empowering them to the point where they don't believe they need a mate or have to have a family.
Yes. I mean, it just... What I'm noticing is that whomever is at the source of this disruption of society is succeeding very well.
Yeah.
In pitting us against each other.
But not in a war sense, but in an ideological sense.
Yes. Absolutely. It's people versus people, not people versus the imposers. They've completely succeeded in brainwashing us to think that it's our fellow neighbor that we are against. Not those manipulating us into thinking that's why we are against our neighbor.
I thought a lot about the last discussion we had about like conspiracy and like how we would get out of it. I think the only way out of it is to simply just abstain from being a part of like a society and creating your own family unit, maybe with a part of others.
Yes.
Which is ironic because you'd basically want to create a society.
Yes.
To combat
I see what
the
you're
society.
saying. I see what you're saying.
So, I mean, it would be awesome to just have like a big plot of land, several thousand acres, which will be hard to do in the future once it's all owned by somebody, but having a big plot of land, keeping your rights despite whatever the law is of those rights, like if they finally get rid of the Second Amendment, which I think they're going to keep still for a long time. But if that gets removed, I think that gets into the line where, like in the Bible where it says, you know, keep the laws unless they're evil.
Right.
And I think that's getting to crossing the line where I'm going to have to keep my weapon even if they tell me not to.
There's a huge difference between right and wrong and legal and illegal.
And it's getting to where the line's getting crossed. It's taking our actual freedom away.
Yes.
And so this society that we build would just, you know, be self-sustaining in knowledge and, you know, food and stuff. Water supply and everything, hopefully. That's the only remedy I could find. And just trying to live a life free of any control for as long as we possibly can.
Self-sustaining.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think it will have to come to that point where we will reach a breaking point. where it's not, taxes, our dollar amount is diminishing, our dollar value is diminishing, but yet taxes is not diminishing.
Yeah.
Every facet of our economical usage is taxed.
Yes, money's starting to fail us.
Yes.
And soon it'll be where the only thing we can make money on is debt. Like the only way that we can actually survive is through debt. And that makes us completely dependent. And so if in a self-sustaining society money is useless and you just have to go off the goodwill of your fellow man.
It's interesting because communism itself does not work, especially at a large scale. I think in small populations, socialism can work, such as in a homestead scenario.
I mean, outlined in the Bible, that's exactly how humanity is supposed to function.
Socialism?
Just goodwill from your fellow man.
Yes,
Caring
certainly.
for your other people. Caring for the poor because you care about the poor, not because it helps you with tax or anything like that.
Right. And I think what socialism gives us outside of communism, because if you have socialism without capitalism at all, it's communism. And if you have capitalism without any form of socialism, you have super capitalism, which is, I think, kind of where we're moving now, where it's just the powers that be. Those that control the money control everything. I think that, you have socialism, but you don't destroy individualism. Then I think it could work.
It could, but I don't know. I have a lot of reservations about it because we're not perfect and someone's going to want to have power over someone else.
Certainly.
And
Always.
that's impossible not to be the inward desire of every person because we're all sinful and that's impossible to get rid of. But, you have to, no matter the situation, be willing to forego whatever power you want to be able to care for everybody equally. And that's going to be extremely hard to find, increasingly.
It's sad to say, but that's outside of human nature.
Yeah.
It's sad to say that human nature dictates that it's impossible. I will say that, in a fantasy aspect, communism is cool. It would be awesome if all we did was love each other and do everything out of the kindness of our heart.
That's heaven.
It's simply not human nature. So therefore, it cannot work in the realm of humans.
But as Christians, we want to do our best to align with that. And so in a society that is dictated by and aligned to Christianity, I think it's possible, at least for a small lifetime, to be able to do that. But I don't think generationally that someone won't want to rise to power and destroy it all.
Yes. I don't advocate communism at all. I just want to be clear in that.
Yeah.
I definitely don't think that we should move towards communism in any sense. But I think that eventually the powers that be will get us there.
I just think that self-sustaining is the only thing, attempting self-sustaining society is the only way to combat it at all.
That's how society progressed.
Yeah.
So, I think that's all the time we have.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you for watching.
Yep, this will probably be the last time you see us if I post this. When I post this. Sorry. Yep. Powers that be will probably take us down.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Just so you know, we would never kill ourselves.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Thank you for watching.